What's up guys, Rosy15 doing something completely different on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be reviewing a movie. Why? Because I can, damn it. And you should know why by this point. Because if you don't know why, that's because you're I'm kidding. No, seriously guys, I just felt like reviewing a movie because I like being different on this channel. Every time I want to do something unique on this channel and just whatever I'm in the mood for. So, yeah. What are we reviewing today? Well, we're reviewing the 1987 classic movie directed by John McTiernan, Predator! I have it on Blu-ray. I also got it on DVD. My God! The following video has been sponsored by Minute Lemonade. Go buy your local retailers now, bitches. Alright, now the real reason why I'm reviewing the movie Predator, guys, is because this is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, really, it's in my top 10. I love the 1987 Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if you don't know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, you've never seen a good movie. I'm kidding, guys. No, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, guys, is like one of the biggest action stars of the 80s, okay? He came out in movies like Terminator, Commando, freaking Total Recall. You know, he's come out in so many damn good movies, guys. I mean, honestly, this is probably one of his more underrated performances. And this movie is actually directed by the guy who made Die Hard. I highly recommend watching Die Hard, guys. It's one of the best action movies from the 80s. And he made this movie literally 1 year after Predator, which is just awesome. Because both these movies, like, I recommend them, guys. Go out and buy them on Blu-ray. Although I don't have this movie on Blu-ray, I'm going to definitely pick this movie up in Blu-ray. Because right now, what I'm trying to do, guys, is build a Blu-ray collection. I only have a few movies in Blu-ray. But right now, you know what? Let me just be honest with you guys. Let me just get in front of the camera for a second. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm actually a big movie lover, okay? I love movies to death. I love video games, but my second favorite type of entertaining media is movies, okay? I love movies to death, okay? You name it. I'm a big fan of, you know, movies like Terminator 2 or, you know, even horror movies like Day of the Dead. You know, I like all these cool movies, you know? I like a lot of old school stuff, you know? I don't really watch too many modern movies. I apologize if the light's hitting the camera there. I don't watch too many modern movies. Nowadays, it's kind of a treat for me to even watch a modern movie, but yeah, the old school stuff, you name it. Anything, mainly things from the 70s, 80s, I'm obsessed, especially when it comes to action and horror. I think my top 3 favorite genres of movies are action, horror, and sci-fi. Those are like my top 3 right there. I love these genres to death. And some of the best movies of all time are those 3 genres. I mean, a movie that's a horror movie, a sci-fi, and an action movie could be like this one, Predator, or even the movie Aliens, directed by James Cameron from 1986. Yeah, I love movies, and let's keep talking about the movie Predator, guys. I'm getting distracted. Now, for those who don't know, Predator is actually one of the manliest movies ever made.
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
This scene right here, guys, you're about to witness the most testosterone-filled action scene in history. Just watch. Witness the best, the most badass scene in movie history.
You son of a bitch.
It doesn't get any more manly than 2 guys arm wrestling.
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
Does the CIA got you pushing in too many pencils, guys? Now, when you watch this movie for the first time, you wouldn't even think it's a movie about an alien, because what's going on in this movie is that it's all about these commando soldiers going to a guerrilla hideout to go find out what happened to their team, because apparently their team went to a hideout and they've been, like, missing since. It's kind of like the plot to a Resident Evil game, where you have a group of, you know, professionals looking for their other team, and then they find out they're actually about to meet their demise as they find out that there's a monster in the environment that is obviously out of their league. So in this movie, it's a bunch of soldiers going to kill this alien. But the cool thing about this movie is that you don't get to see the alien that much in this movie. The Predators, it's called. You don't see it that much. In fact, this movie is really more about the characters being toyed with the Predator. They're in the jungles, and they're just trying to figure out where the hell the Predator is. And it's just amazing, guys. Like, the pacing of this movie, the atmosphere, the music, which is very underrated. Everything about this movie is just very smartly directed. This could have came off as a real dumb, cheesy, dumb movie, B-movie, but it ends up being really well made, really smart, and just a lot of action and testosterone, which I just love. Because if you're just to watch this movie, you would think it's just like any ordinary 80s action movie. Because the movie starts off like this, like it looks like like your old school 80s action movie. Like you can totally see like Rambo coming in the scene ended any second, or freaking just like it's just Jean-Claude Van Damme showing up. It starts off like any ordinary action movie. You have all this shooting and it's just awesome as hell. It's cool special effects, and they just don't make them like this anymore, guys. They don't make action movies like this anymore. Honestly, it's entertaining as hell. And it's just awesome. Like, you just get scared knowing that the Predator could hunt down these soldiers any second. Because these soldiers are supposed to represent, like, how cool they are. But then you find out there's this monster. Look, there he is, guys. There's that giant alien there. It's scary, man. Like, knowing that he's invisible. And he's toying with the soldiers just creates this fear of knowing that even if you have these professionals, they're not equipped to take this thing down. I mean, just look at them, guys. They're just unloading all their bullets on this creature they never seen, and they're just not matched for this thing. It's just awesome. I mean, take out a Gatling gun, just shoot everything in the forest. Have all these macho men just shoot everything in sight and not kill this thing. I mean, you're screwed when you have like half of the freaking best military just shooting this thing with every single bullet known to man and just missing and not killing this thing. Just damn, dude. Just this thing is something you don't want to mess with. He's just an awesome monster, guys. Honestly, this is like one of the coolest monster designs I've ever seen. Right up there with the Xenomorph from Alien. It's just so cool looking. Like, look at him, he's so cool. And then like he has like this cool little repair kit because he got injured during the firefight. And in this scene, it's so cool because he's just like repairing himself here. Which this goes to show the Predator is actually smart. He's almost human in a way because he's got his own little medikit. It's awesome. I like that. Look at that. It's so cool. What a cool monster. He knows how to take care of himself even during a terrible situation like this. I mean, just look how scary this monster is. I mean, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger, the biggest Mr. Olympia man of the 80s, who can't even take this thing down. Look. Jesus. Man. That is the best line of anything I've ever heard. Yeah, guys, and this really shows how cool this alien is because he makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look like a pansy. Come on, you gotta give kudos to that monster. How does he turn Mr. Olympia into the biggest scaredy cat? Look at this, Arnold running for his dear life. That's awesome. Guys, I recommend this movie. Go out and buy it. Go out and see it. I don't care how you get it. Get it on Blu-ray. Watch it on, I don't know, stream it. I don't know, just get your hands on this movie. So all in all, Predator is a very well-made action sci-fi horror movie from the 80s. It's definitely, I still think this movie holds up with the exception of maybe one gripe I have with the movie, and that is that when the Predator does his like, because the Predator sees through like thermal, that effect in the movie has kind of dated a bit. It's kind of looks, well, it looks kind of like, well, I'm just gonna not sugarcoat it. It looks kind of like crap, but it's not the movie's fault because they actually used a real thermal camera back in the 80s, and 80s thermal cameras were just not all that amazing. So the movie kind of looks a little bit like in that part. But other than that, this movie's awesome. It's got a lot of action. It's very well made. Go out and pick it up on Blu-ray. Or you don't have a Blu-ray, pick it up on DVD. Yeah, I actually bought 2 copies. The reason why I bought 2 copies of this movie was because this was $5, so I was like, all right, $5, I'll have that. And then this was $7. I was like, wow, $7 for a Blu-ray and $5 for a DVD. I'll pick up both copies. And yeah, now I'm an idiot that has 2 copies of the movie, but that's okay. It's an awesome movie. All right, guys. So, Rosy recommendation: go out and pick up the old school Predator movie. I don't recommend the sequel. The second one wasn't really as good as the first one, though. I do recommend Predators with an S. That's the third one in the series that has Adrian Brody in it. I do recommend that one. That one's actually good. Not as good as this one. Not as good as this one, but it's still good. Alien vs. Predator, if you've seen them, yeah, I wasn't a fan of them. Both of them were kind of, they were shit. I didn't like them. But this one, classic. I can rewatch it as many times as I want. Arnold Schwarzenegger and all the other actors in the movie, Carl Weathers, Ventura in that movie, they're very entertaining actors to watch. The Predator is one of the scariest monsters I've seen in a horror movie. He's badass, he's cool, you don't mess with him. Go out and buy it, guys. I didn't really want to show too many clips because if anybody, for those who haven't seen the movie, I didn't want to spoil too much, but I just wanted to give you a synopsis on the movie. My dog's barking. I think my dog wants me to end this video. Alright guys, so recommendation, go out and pick this up. I'm looking forward to the new Predator movie coming out, just called The Predator, which is coming out this Thursday. Gonna go see that. Actually, I have tickets for that movie already. So yeah, go out and watch Predator, guys. Recommendation from Rosy, and I'll see you guys on the next Rosy video, and goodbye. I'm gonna watch more of this movie. It's really good.